Hello friends, Reseller Mom here. Welcome to today's video. This is a video request on how to package glass items to ship into Amazon FBA. Now, this is just the way that I've been doing it for over 2 years. It is not the end-all be-all and the only way to do it. I'm just going to show you a variety of ways that I package in some different shapes and sizes of glass objects. So let's get started. So the first thing I encourage you to do is go to Amazon's website and read all of the rules and regulations concerning whatever you are trying to package up. So if it's books, go read everything about books. If you're diving into plush, learn how they want plush presented. If you want to get into baby products and baby blankets, same thing. Glassware, same thing. It's going to take you a while to read all this. It is quite a bit of information, but it is great information. They have great how-tos and videos set up that will show you how they want them packaged. This is the basic do's for packaging glassware that I just went ahead and printed out for you today. Basic things: they want packages to have 6 sides. They want individual items wrapped so that they don't break. And I think down here is the most important part, that all your packages, however they're done, need to survive a 3-foot drop test without breaking on the base, the top, the longest side, the shortest side, and a corner. So that is a drop test that often I've heard a lot of other YouTubers refer to. So if you are listening and somebody says, you know, they make sure it passes the drop test, this is the test they're referring to. And I think this is an important test for whatever you're shipping. If you're on Etsy, eBay, or Amazon, making sure your glass passes this test is a great way to ensure that your product isn't going to become broken en route to your customer. So let's dive in and I'll show you some things to package up. The first item I'm going to show you here is a picture frame. Now this just has my daughter in it, and I do this method for pretty much anything that is flat and, you know, rectangular in shape. This is for any small platters, plates, dishware, ceramics, picture frames, anything like that can be wrapped in this method. So all I do is I take it and take a piece of bubble wrap. Now, I don't think bubble wrap size makes any difference whatsoever. I prefer the smaller one, but you can get whichever one you want. So when it's like this, it's all wrapped up now. According to Amazon's website, you can then fold over and tape the edges and go ahead and put a sticker on this on the outside. But I don't really care for that method myself. I prefer to bag it up so that way it's just one cohesive unit. So sometimes I will tape the ends, sometimes I won't. Just depends on what I'm trying to do here. Put it into the bag. And then I will seal the bag shut. And there we go. You have your unit all packaged up. This is going to survive a fall. You can put more bubble wrap in there if you feel like it needs so. Not necessary, I don't think. I think one sheet here is plenty, but you get the idea. All right, next object. The next item I have up is 2 Bath & Body Works candles. Now, I love doing 2-packs. This gives you a lot of variety, and you can make your own ASINs with this. There's not going to be as much competition. There's just a lot of great things to doing 2-packs. Say these were jams or jellies or something. You could do a raspberry and a strawberry 2-pack. Or you could just do 2 strawberries. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can go with this, but having 2 in a pack is awesome. Now, Bath & Body Works, they kind of give you this wrapped up like this in paper, and that's not too bad. That might work, but I definitely prefer the bubble wrap. I just feel like bubble wrap's a little bit, gives it a little bit more cush. So whenever I have this scenario, I will play around with my packaging and my materials, whether it be paper or bubble wrap, and see kind of what works best. Sometimes I will put a little bit of bubble wrap in the bottom, and then I'll put my objects wrapped in bubble wrap and then a little bit of bubble wrap on the top. Sometimes I double up my bubble wrap and just kind of roll them up like so and see how that works. So if you see in the box here, that kind of works. You just got to play with it. Now, this box is a 10 by 6 by 4. And you can see I have blacked out the UPC numbers because they want you not to have any UPC numbers, and marker is just the way that I do it. You could put a sticker over this, there's no difference there. They just want to make sure when it gets to the warehouse that there's no confusion as to what it is. So with this one, I don't think I would leave it in the paper here, but just for show and tell, you would put it in. Now what you don't want is, see all this head space, this air right here? You do not want that. You want everything packed tightly. This bubble wrap one is packed very tightly. Now, again, however you want to do this, I find something that's comfortable and works for me and provides, no air gap and is a good efficient use of my bubble wrap. And then I will package everything the same. Okay, just for consistency and ease sakes, I will figure out how many sheets of bubble wrap I need. Say I need 3 sheets for every candle and I have 12 candles to do. I'll go ahead and rip all my bubble wrap sheets and just make a pile of it and kind of do production style here. Okay, ooh, this may not, this is not good. See how it's bowed right here? I would pick a different box or ease up on one layer of the bubble wrap because it is a little bit squished. And you don't want your product squished because this product is going to go in and it's going to have something on top, and you do not want anything that can pound and break that glass. But let's pretend it's not for a minute. I would then tape the top. I do one single piece of tape. I think it presents better than having tons of tape. You don't want it to look like, a 3-year-old packaged a Christmas present here. You want it to look nice and professional. Then I also will put one of these stickers on. These stickers are about $6 for 1,000 of them, so they're pretty darn cheap. I would put my FBA sticker right there, and then somewhere down here I'll just put a "this is a set, do not separate" sticker on there. And that's all you really need. Now, if this is a food object, and you don't use a Dymo label or inventory lab and you're using the 30-up labels, you will need to put the 30-up label, and then I put the expiration date label right next to it. So if it is food, you need to put the expiration date on a label and put it right. I just put it right next to it, so it's very easy, very simple. All right, let's move on to the next one. I own a variety of boxes out in my garage just for packaging up things. I own 4x4s, usually 5x5s, 6x5s, 12x4x4s. That one over there was a 10-6-4. This is my favorite. This is an 8x5x4, and it's my absolute favorite because not only is this just a great all-around size, you can package most items in here that are going to FBA, but it also fits into the flat rate bubble mailer. So if you are doing any sort of glassware or need a box for eBay items, this thing can hold quite a bit and fits in that flat rate mailer. So I use this a lot for eBay as well, especially anything that's glass or delicate in any sort of manner. So this is a great box to have. I'm going to go ahead and tape the bottom here and show you how to package this glass item. So I've got my box taped up here, and I like this one because it doesn't have any barcodes. Most of these boxes are linked down in the description. If you want to click the affiliate link to Amazon and purchase some yourself, you can. A thing to note about boxes, there's different thickness and walls and stuff. Usually the thicker ones are going to be more expensive. The measurement between the two walls here will be in the descriptions and stuff. So if you see something that looks like 1/8 of an inch thickness or something, that's what it's referring to. Or if you want to measure yours and see what thickness you have, you can. I usually go with whatever's the cheapest on sale box because my boxes are getting packed into a box and then shipped. So, these aren't, I don't need them to be super sturdy. Nothing I'm selling is needs to have that good of a cardboard box. If you are shipping, $300 antiques or something, maybe you want to get the more expensive one. But anyhow, let's move on. So I've got some Kikkoman sauce right here, and just before doing it, I make sure that it fits in there. And I could probably actually fit a 2-pack in there if I wanted, but this is the size box that I have right now that fits that. It's got a little bit of extra room here, but that's all right. We're just going to have a little wasted space. So with this one, let's see here. Where's my perforated edge? There we go. Now, since this one, I'm not going to be able to fit it in there. Well, let's see here. Let's do something different. Since there's a lot of room in this one, we're just going to go ahead and lay some bubble wrap flat, like so. Then we'll roll it up. Hopefully it will fit with single roll. Yep. And then maybe lay one right on top here to get out all the air. Then you can go ahead and tape it up. You want to make sure that when you shake it, it's not hitting the walls and everything. I can feel that there's a little bit of air right here, so definitely want to fill that in. Now they do have regulations on what you can use for filler. Basically no shredded paper, confetti type of material, no peanuts. It has to be either paper or bubble wrap in some form. I don't suggest using newspaper to go to any customer whatsoever. Anyhow, if you're doing eBay, fine, you know, newspaper would be fine. But for Amazon, do not use newspaper. All right, so I would go ahead and I'd put another sheet in there. I'd tape this up. I'd put a do not separate. I'd put my FBA sticker. And then I'd also put the expiration date sticker on the outside here. And it's all ready to go. Nice and neat. Let me do one last one for you. Last up here is this type of box, and it's a new one that I recently got. It's got no markings on the outside. I believe it's a 4x4x4 especially for coffee mugs. And coffee mugs are great. You can find those here and there, but it's also just a great size for a lot of different things. I can package ties for eBay in here. I could package lightweight items for eBay in here. It's great for maybe salt and pepper shakers or small glass items. Sometimes I find spices that are in glass items and I'll want to put them in there. But anyhow, for today, that is what we're going to use for this coffee mug. And this is one of my favorites. About every successful woman has a good amount of coffee and a dog. Okay. This one I can't put too much bubble wrap because it is already really tight. Okay, so you see that, and it's not going anywhere. I feel very confident this box is going to hold that tight. And then just goes down. So I bought these for Amazon FBA because I felt they were kind of a good presentation box. Now, what you can do now is you can either just tape this edge. You could put a branding label on this edge. You could just put a clear sticker, you know, clear, I'll show you. These guys I use for everything, and this is just a wafer, clear wafer here. So if you wanted to just pack a clear wafer, this one might be a little on the small side, but you could do one side, you could do three sides. It's all about presentation. You want your box to be presented well to your customer. Then I would go ahead and put my do not separate sticker maybe down here and my FBA sticker up here, and there we go. That's great for coffee mugs. As you can see, you know, you're going to be able to drop it every which way and it is pretty firm. So the basics, no matter what you are packaging up here, is kind of the same. Make sure it's packaged tight and well. It's going to pass that 3-foot test. You're doing something that's aesthetically pleasing. And that part is up to you. I prefer bubble wrap, but if you have awesome tissue paper or packing paper, or if this is all you have, you got to make things work with what you have. So I carry a variety of boxes on hand, and I carry a variety of bubble wrap on hand, or just a quantity of bubble wrap on hand. Same with these guys. I have 2 different size wafers that I use pretty, quite a bit. And I keep the do not separate stickers on hand. And that way, whenever I do come across something for sale, I can go ahead and grab it because I know I will be able to pack it. It may not, it may be a little bit of overkill, but such as this one, but that's okay. I'm starting to get my product out the door. Now, all my boxes, I typically don't like to pay more than about 45 cents for. If they're larger boxes, then I may pay upwards of 60 cents a box. But I also factor that into my price when I'm out there scanning and I'm looking at what I'm getting. So these candles, for instance, sell quite a bit on Amazon, and they can be upwards of $25, $30. So if you can get them on clearance for, say, $7, factor in 50 cents for shipping, another 50 cents for a box, you're adding in $1 to that cost of goods. it still could be a profit maker. And these things sell really well. You can also combine them up with other things, say the matching gel, or you could do any sorts of things with these guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments, and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you have any other requests, go ahead and put those down below too. I love doing request videos. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.